Hi, my name is Jamie. I live in Egypt and I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger. It didn't today and I need to call Egypt Post again. Remember that? That was not so very long ago, but it's about the same thing. So anyway, I am going to be trying out a new palette. I have to do this intro super fast because they are still doing construction in the apartment downstairs below me. So I have my base done, I am all primed, I'm ready to go, and the palette that I'm going to be using today is from Unearthly Cosmetics, and it is Fairy Frolic. I tried Unearthly Cosmetics this year, and I was a little bit underwhelmed in the sense that I sort of felt that the duochromes weren't actually duochromes. I felt that it was a little bit patchy. It just didn't kind of live up to the hype for me. It didn't live up to my expectations, especially since I had been waiting for that palette for 100 million years. I'm a gentle being, and I want to believe. And you subscribers have also told me, give it another go. Give it another try. So now I have a total of 3 Unearthly palettes, and I have the Not Normal palette. At this point, I have 3 Unearthly palettes. I have the Lore palette, which I didn't really like. I have the Not Normal palette, which is okay. Pretty color story, wearable, but like only okay. And then now I have this Fairy Frolic palette. So here is a look in the palette quickly. It goes with what I'm wearing. I'm gonna go to the Barbie movie today, so I wanted to keep it a little pink and a little bit cute, but still cool. Everything's cool, you know what I mean? So I am definitely getting ready for like going out. It's not gonna be a super big dramatic look. I'm gonna be testing this palette, but yeah. So just so you know what to expect, that's what I'm going to be doing. Also, my base today, amazing, amazing. What a combination. If you want, I will tell you, and it's great. I'm so happy with how this turned out. So anyway, I'm gonna be jumping into a voiceover, that thing. I'm gonna be jumping into a voiceover again just to not have you hear drill sounds from downstairs, and you're gonna be able to hear what I'm doing. So I hope that doesn't offend you. And yeah, let's get into the palette. Let's figure it out. Let's see if I like it. All right, I'm starting off, as usual, in the darkest shade, which is called Bark. And yeah, it went down just fine. I placed it obviously in my outer corner and my inner corner to create a nice little halo eye situation. I do really enjoy kind of this dark mulberry type of tone. It looked super pretty. I liked it. Then I went ahead and blended everything out with Snapdragon, and these 2 colors really work well together, just again for blending purposes. I did actually really like the blendability of these mattes. I feel that they're even a little bit better than the Lore palette that I had used previously. And yeah, I was just very impressed. Like, these 2 things working together started out just really strong. Okay, next I dip into Meadow, which a duochrome it is not. I put it on the center of my lid, and it is very pretty. I do like this color combination a lot. And then I smoked it out a little bit with Fairy and just softened the edges with that more purple-leaning tone. And the look turned out really nice. I, again, sneer a little bit at the idea that these are duochromes, but they worked fine. Then I went into Bark and Snapdragon in my lower lash line just to keep it consistent and pretty. The mattes are very blendable in this palette, I will say. I did enjoy working with these mattes. I tried an Unearthly lip product for the first time and I really liked it. It's in the shade Mandy. It's kind of green. All right, so here's the finished look. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm not unhappy with it, and I do like the color story of this palette for sure, but I just have a couple of notes about it. So number 1, again, I kind of disagree with the description of this having duochromes in it. They're really liking to try to say that, like, for instance, Meadow is like a lime green to yellow shift. That's not a shift, baby. And then this shade Fairy has, for example, a blue, pink, purple shift. That's what the color is, okay? That's just what it is as a color. So I'm not a fan necessarily, or rather I should say, is the description of the palette on Unearthly's website true to what the palette actually is? Twice now I say no. No, it is not. So that is a little bit of a critique I have. Maybe change the language around and I would be a little bit less cranky about it. I also will say that this has a very similar color story to Muse from Cosmic Brushes, and this is a stunning palette, again, with actual duochromes, and this palette actually costs less money. So you could get basically the similar vibe in these palettes, and this palette has actual duochromes in it that really do shift, whereas this is just kind of a standard shimmer, and that's what I think. It turned out really pretty. I'm not unhappy with the look, but I don't like that description. It just rubs me the wrong way. And then the price point, again, compared to another brand with actual duochromes, just makes me a little bit suspect. I've seen generally everywhere that like Unearthly can do no wrong, but I've had a few experiences now, including with shipping and I dare say some customer service issues that I'm not necessarily happy about, but I would like be okay to overlook. When it comes down to the item description, I want to be able to trust that what is described is what I'm going to get. And I don't think that these are the most amazing eyeshadows that I've ever used. I'm not blown away by them. It's pretty, it's usable, I'm happy to have the palette, but is it the most stunning thing I've ever seen? Not really. Not really. And their launch lately with Heather Austin, although I really like Heather Austin, I've mentioned this before, I didn't really like the idea of that. And again, where what was that other palette? It was like the Jelly Much palette or whatever, where I can't really trust the item description at this point. Are those actually duochromes? I don't know. I'm not sure. So that's kind of my lukewarm review. So anyway, thank you for watching this little video. I hope you liked it, and I hope I will see you next time. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.